Hello everyone. So in between last episode and this episode, I have been grinding my Tardis piloting skills and I have finally reached level 10. This means that I will be able to program the Tardis to go wherever I want, assuming it is a location which is either already in my Tardis databanks or inside my Pip-Boy map, like a place that I've actually gone to. And so I have in the workshop I have built a device which will allow my Pip-Boy to upload all of its known locations to the Tardis. Of course, I have to come to the Tardis and then upload it from the Pip-Boy, but still. Anyway. Also, it means that I can activate advanced mode. So that is what we are going to do today. Okay, hold on a second. Greetings, pilot. This guide program has been activated in the instance that an experienced operator is unavailable to assist during activation of your capsule's advanced mode. During usage of the program, you will be advised by the ship's on-screen interface on how to proceed within the relevant module. It is also advised that during advanced mode, inexperienced operators take care when handling critical subsystems, and should a system critical event trigger, that you refer immediately to the onboard technical index file. May Rossalon guide you. And there we go. Alright, I'll probably handle the guide system quest off screen. Well, actually, maybe I won't, because that would be a really good opportunity to explain the TARDIS's various systems to you guys. I already know how everything works, well, for the most part. I'm a little rusty in some areas because I haven't had to use them in a while. Also, while I'm here, I'm going to update the TARDIS locations on my Pip-Boy. There we go. Alright, then I'll likely skip through this part, but I'm gonna... Actually, you know what? I don't know if I'll skip through it or not yet, but I'm going to mess around with some of the TARDIS settings for a minute. I'm gonna have to answer this. I probably won't do the quest I'll get from it, though, for quite a while. Okay, then. Let me turn the comms... Well, after I see the... Ooh, boy. I'm gonna be stretching this thin. I'll probably disconnect the axiometer and turn off the thermal buffers to get some energy back so I can have more rooms active. Maybe I'll also turn off the temporal energy core. It's still not much. Okay, the power's spread a bit thin, but that'll have to do for my intentions. I only have 3 rooms currently active, though. I was hoping for at least 4. Oh well, if I really need another room, I can just turn one off and activate another. Huh. Do you guys notice that? Major FPS drop on the outside. Why is that? Never mind, I'll figure it out later, but gosh, that's annoying. So the way that works, with the isomorphic security system turned on, it enables me to use the Tardis key to lock the Tardis. If I don't, then the Tardis could be... after a certain amount of time, there's a chance that someone could steal the Tardis or try to raid it. Like a bunch of raiders could walk in and start trying to strip it for parts. Neither of those instances are good. So we have to remember to keep the Tardis doors locked whenever we leave it for an extended period of time. I'd say about 10 minutes. 10 real-life minutes. More than 10 real-life minutes. Anyway. Next up, we have... I forget what it's called. Well, this thing. It's basically where all of the essential Tardis components are. And here, you can check the different parts for wear and tear, and there are many different parts, believe me, and they can break. So like let's say the, what are they called? I forget what they're called now. the thermocouplings. Let's say the thermocouplings break, like completely break. I don't just mean damaged, I mean broken, utterly broken. Let's say they break, and okay, so that happens, and then we run the risk of the TARDIS materializing inside of itself. Yeah. So like the box is there, for example, and the door's here, and I could go in and out and come out through the box right here. That's one example. Let's say the fluid links break. Well, the whole TARDIS is gonna fill with mercury gas, which is poisonous. So that's also not good. I'd have to rush and get the spacesuit down in the little toolbox there before the gas kills me. And I have to go repair the fluid links or replace them. And then let's see what else. Ah yeah, let's go to the Eye of Harmony. This is the cloister room, and here in the center is the Eye of Harmony. Don't know if you can see it very clearly, but imprinted on the eye here is the seal of Rassilon. I'm not going to go into who Rassilon is right now, but suffice to say he's an important character in the series. And yeah, so this is the heart of the TARDIS, the core. Inside the eye is a sun, kept in a constant state of supernova. Because the Time Lords were so advanced, they could engineer stars, and they could put a star in a time loop. So let's say, they like, for example, they create a star, they cause it to go into supernova, and then they time lock it while it's in supernova, so that it creates an infinite amount of energy from that supernova, and they put it in here, for example, and it produces tons of energy. Unfortunately, in order to keep the TARDIS from exploding and the Eye of Harmony becoming unstable, they have to keep it sealed and put a limit on how much power it can produce. Otherwise, bad things will likely happen. I can, if I want to, take away those safeguards, but I probably won't. It just tends to complicate things. Also, it would flood this room with radiation, and I do not have anti-radiation drugs. So, yeah, that's an issue. On to the next thing. If I can find the door. I turned the comms off. Once again, I'll handle that quest at a later date. Since this is a time machine, I don't really have to. Anyways, as I was saying, protocols. So, I don't have any of the protocol pages collected at the moment. They're all scattered throughout the library, and believe me, the TARDIS library is massive. It would take at least half an hour for me to go through the entire thing and find all 20 protocols. So I'll probably do that off screen, as I doubt you want to watch me search through a massive library for a bunch of pages. Anyway, but they are nevertheless important as they help deal with certain situations. For example, let's say I open to the Eye of Harmony, it becomes unstable, and the TARDIS is about to explode. Well, the core jettison protocol would allow me to jettison the Eye of Harmony into space. would render the TARDIS dead, but on the other hand, I'd be alive. And the TARDIS would not be destroyed, it'd just be without power. I can create another fusion reaction, another star, but that would require either a power cell or a, what's it called? I forget, but it's this green crystal-like thing. It would, once core jettison occurs, or the TARDIS dies like that, a small, tiny green crystal should appear somewhere on the floor of the TARDIS control room. And I can give up about 10 years of my character's life to give life to the TARDIS again, but it's a much slower process. I don't see why I'd need to do that when I could just go to the cloister room, which is where the Eye of Harmony is, and get a power cell and use that to reactivate the Eye of Harmony, but yeah. Anyways, I think that's it. Yeah, it is. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and go to Prim, and then we can continue on with the main quest of Fallout New Vegas. Oh yes, and last episode I was talking about some Doctor Who aliens that were added into the game. I forgot a couple, so I'm gonna talk about them real quick. So there's the Silurians, and they're lizard people. A few episodes ago, back before I was using commentary, there was the TARDIS landed in a random location. And there were these creatures that shot me to death, and I basically, since I was not equipped to handle them, I went back into the TARDIS. So those were Silurians. They're lizard people. They, in Doctor Who lore, they predated the humans on the planet Earth. They're also known as Homo reptilia, the humanoid reptiles, sort of like the Argonians from the Elder Scrolls game series, but they look different. And they don't have tails. So yeah. And they lived during the time of the dinosaurs. They were very scientifically and technologically advanced. A few Silurians on the show have reminisced about hunting wee apes for sport, like humans. They make humans, but some of them call us apes. Anyway. So let's see. Oh yeah, and then there's the Silence Priests. I think it was the first or second episode, I can't remember which. It was one of the two. The first or second episode of this series, we were in the Prospector Saloon, and we opened a bathroom door, and there was this creature in a suit, kind of reminiscent of Slender Man. That is a Silence Priest. In the show, you forget them the moment you look away. You completely forget them. That's why it seemingly disappeared. But they can shoot lightning from their fingers, and yeah, they're not nice. They actually, they're the reason why humanity suddenly decided to go to the moon. in the 60s in the space race. At least, obviously in real life, that's not the case, but yeah. Anyway, there is a way actually to remember them in the show. There's this special eye patch called an eye drive, and as long as you're wearing that, you can remember them. Okay, and then there's the Autons, or the Nestines. They're a odd race. They feed off of pollution, and they animate. They're beings made out of living plastic, and they feed off of pollution. And well, their soldiers tend to look like mannequins. The soldiers are living mannequins, or as the British call them, shop window dummies. And their hands open up and they shoot lasers from their hands. And then finally, there are the Weeping Angels. Yeah, there is no way to defeat those things. I mean, you can impede them with a chronodyne generator, which I do not yet have the schematics for. It'll temporarily lock them in the time vortex for 24 in-game hours. But yeah, there's no way to kill them. They look like stone statues of angels, and as long as you're looking at them, they cannot move. That's the good thing. But if you're not looking at them, as long as no living creature is observing them, they can move. Even if you just blink, they can move that instant, and they are very fast. And they hunt sentient beings. They send them into the past, teleport them to the past, where they live out their lives in the past, and then they die in either the past or the present. And then the Weeping Angels feed off of all of the days you would have lived had you not been teleported to the past. So yeah, they're pretty scary. Thankfully, in this game, there's not a blink mechanic, so yeah. And that's it. Now, I'm probably going to end the episode here. I know that much didn't happen in this episode. There wasn't a whole lot that happened. But I need to fix that FPS issue where the FPS just drops when I leave the TARDIS, so yeah. See you guys later. Hope you have a good day.